went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war, war. Said I went to war, 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 and came back home. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war, war. Said I went to war, 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 and came back home. Yeah, I went over there and came right back, but I ain't bragging, cause some of us didn't come right back. Some of us ain't never come back, they over there for life, cause they gave their life fighting for what they thought was right. Over there at night, only my daughter in my sights. Think would I ever get to hold her in my arms so tight? Made it back and I still can't hold her in my arms so tight, cause after a year my wife is sleeping with another man at night. Now you judge who's right, put yourself in my shoes. Turn on CNN every day, put yourself in my news. For this country, man, I didn't pay my dues. Discharged from the army, can't afford a pair of shoes. Mortgage payment overdue, credit cards past due. Pay for the GI Bill and they took that from me too. But I got shot, and for you, hit by rockets for you. Came back and didn't even get a thing. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war, war. Said I went to war, 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 and came back home. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war, war. Said I went to war, 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 and came back home. And Kanye West can't pay all our bills, and even though I'm hurt, I can't cry all our tears, cause some situation I didn't know about, I didn't get to see. Some people died before I got promoted to Sergeant. This is real reality, nothing phony about me. I risked my life and the government don't give a fuck about me. And I know I wasn't forced, I volunteered, thinking for a change I do something positive. Set standards, have morals, the role of a soldier. Honor God, fight for my country and love my woman like I'm supposed to. But it all went post after I got back from Iraq with little to no help, transitioning back from Iraq. My wife cheated and I snapped. Mentally I couldn't adapt, the military kicked me out. Flat on my back, and they didn't give a fuck where I landed at, and they didn't give a fuck where my feet planted at. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war, war. Said I went to war, 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 and came back home. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war, war. Said I went to war, 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 and came back home. I went to fight in a war that I knew nothing about. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, 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 war. I went to fight in a war that I knew nothing about. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, 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 war. I went to war, war.